This is about helping a segment of patients that we've never been able. I mean, listen, the regenerative market is there. These people are searching for stem cells and exosomes and all this stuff, and this is true regenerative cellular medicine for the working class person. We had farmers, we had police officers, we had MMA fighters that came. I mean, it was just awesome, and this is giving them options without spending $5,000 to $7,000 on a crapshoot of, I hope it works. No, we know this works. This is reproducible.
At 31 years of doing what we do and knowing that there's people that are still suffering because they have chronic stuff. Yeah. And the fact that we now have a tool and a technology to help those people express their full potential, start to live their life with less limits or no limits, ideally, that is a gift. Yeah. That's a gift. It keeps on such a level that surpasses, yes, the financial part is a wonderful thing, but the fact that the impact that we're able to have on people that we have helped to a certain level from a chiropractic standpoint, and they're loyal to that, but you're able to actually give them another gift. Yeah. And to say, hey, look, this is transformative because it can actually regenerate the areas that you have that are deteriorating. And if you're going to be on the planet a lot longer, 80, 90, 100 years, you want to get there in style. Yeah.
Right? We are genuine lithotripsy that uses heat, light, electro-hydraulically produced sound waves, and light that are coming out at 3,355 miles an hour, creates a shearing force on the cell, then expands it, and actually, like you said, activates on a cellular basis, helping mitochondrial function. Like we actually produce more ATP, so they're becoming more efficient, and the body is able to really utilize oxygen at a higher rate. So again, difference from the radial device. In their radial devices, those are a dime a dozen. We want our patients to understand that this is genuine lithotripsy or soft wave technology, tissue regeneration.
Chiropractic gets taught. We all know that chiropractic is cellular. You know, every adjustment you make has a cellular impact. And this TRT device, soft wave, that's all cellular too. They're sisters. Yeah. You know, they can go hand in hand.
Exactly. They pair so well together. You're right. Not only did we, use this as a diagnostic tool where we're able to detect areas of inflammation, locate where the true source of pain is coming, but then initiate the healing process all in 10 minutes. And that was the thing. You knew you already had a busy practice. This really blended well with what you already had.
Well, this accelerated me. It accelerated me.
We are part of this movement to help our communities live a more healthier life, not relying on drugs, surgery, cortisone injections, and God forbid, stem cells. The New York Knicks, New York Nets, Cleveland Indians, Chicago Cubs, Memphis Grizzlies, NBA, and the NBA champions, LA Lakers. For the last 6 months, the Pittsburgh Steelers have had this, and Dr. Bradley, their team orthopedist, has called this he's just amazed at the recovery, his secret weapon for recovery.
Right.
So
it's a miracle. It really is.
Can you give us a little example of what you've seen with this device and your
I've seen all three of them recover really, really well from it. I mean, all of them. So Miles had hamstring issues. Kendra always has hip issues. And Luca had Achilles issues. And ever since they've been doing the TRT, none of them have any of those issues. And prior to the TRT, I was doing PNF stretches on, both Luca and Miles's hamstrings before the workouts. They haven't asked for that since we've been doing this. Kendra, same thing. So I can see right away from right after I've gone to a couple of their appointments. And I do have to ask you a question. What is, in your opinion, should they go once a week to that? Should they go once every 2 weeks? Like, what would be?
Everyone's a little different, but basically what the research says is once a week for 6 weeks to help activate the maximum amount of stem cells. And then it could be 8 to 10 weeks from that point till they migrate. uh, to that treated area. But as you know, stem cells are the repairmen of the body, and that's what you want to do. It almost tricks the body into thinking there's a new injury to help initiate that whole healing cascade.
Yeah,
So
so I like it a lot. I haven't gone like super regularly over the 8 months, but I can tell you that every time I do go, I do experience improvement both in the immediate sense and both over like the next days and weeks following. I know the first time I went, I got it on my sacrum and my back, and I normally have a bit of a hip tightness in my right hip, kind of like an impingement that I would normally see a chiropractor for. And immediately after, I kind of just felt no pain in my hip, which is kind of strange because normally it's just kind of tight, just sitting around and everything like that. So that was a great improvement there. And then I had a more of an acute injury over the summer with kind of some soft tissue damage, it seemed like in my hamstring. And it was getting better over the few days prior, but there was a noticeable improvement the 2 days after getting the treatment. And so it definitely felt like it recovered a lot quicker than it normally would have without it.
For us runners, it just takes our level of recovery to another level. I think the fact that it just has that instant gratifying relief of pain. I mean, who doesn't want that? But also the lasting effects. And the lasting effects, I mean, in a sense that we also train every day through the lasting effects. So that's the best part about it for me, is that I can still train, still beat up my body, still go to the weight room, still go to the swimming pool, have an exhausting day, and I will still feel the effects. So it's not like, oh, it's just a one and done type of thing. This definitely has lasting effects. And that's my favorite part about it, is for us, we don't necessarily, need it every day, but at the same time, like you said, there's the scalability of getting recovery the more you use it. So this has just added another level for us as a team, and I'm so thankful that we have it. I think this is our secret weapon too. So I'm excited to see us in the Olympic trials, and Dr. Flannery has just been amazing, and we're ready to go.
I will say, like, as athletes, we tend to overthink or stress about injuries a lot, and Coach Rose preaches about stress and how it impacts our lives on every level. So just knowing that we have a treatment that kind of speeds up the recovery process, relieves a lot of mental stress so that we can get back to training hard and just living our lives kind of without that stress of being injured. So I know that's helped me out a lot with my Achilles and the hamstring strains and all that. So I know that I can just go get the shockwave and clears it up by the next week. I'm ready to train hard and not have a lot of mental stress.